What's up, Dace Tagler Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I am your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, and joining me as always, Gibby.
Giddy, alright.
Back behind the producer's desk, Frank Ward.
Well, hi.
So we got a show for you tonight. I had a list of topics I wanted to talk about, but he doesn't watch anything, so I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
That's right. They all suck.
Yeah, well, you know, in your opinion.
I mean, they're all okay, in my opinion. Like, nothing's really been amazing.
Well, I think it's interesting. Well, I'll bring it up anyway. So, part of the thing I've noticed through the
Pandemic.
fucking internet, well, I guess technically pandemic, because it kind of influenced it a bit. A lot of interviews are being done with screenwriters and directors for the MCU, both on the TV side and the movie side. And I've noticed the trend where most of them are talking about how they had a scene written or even shot in some cases that linked them to other projects. Now, I guess the crazy thing is, you'd want to link this universe since you've spent 10 years linking everything, and then all of a sudden you're not linking shit.
Yeah.
The example that I was talking earlier before the show, Moon Knight had a scene referencing Thor, Love and Thunder. They cut it because of the movie schedules. So, part of the issue we've been talking about with all these series is the lack of
Tying to anything, yeah. Right now they're all standalones in their own little worlds.
Yeah, Moon Knight could literally have just been a thing and it's done. Same with Hawkeye. The only tie-in they had was they had to time it that Kingpin's reveal came before Spider-Man, so people knew what the fuck Charlie Cox's Daredevil was when he showed up at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's not really much interconnectivity from the shows back to the movies, except for, I'll loosely say this, WandaVision does tie to Doctor Strange.
Best show ever.
But in the most pointless fucking way ever, because the storyline could have been, you know, it's hard with you not seeing it.
That's right.
They all die! The grief that she had from Vision, which I think is greater than the fucking kids, considering she actually fucked the robot.
Yeah.
Like, you spent a lot of time with the fucking robot. You spent, for what appeared to be 6 weeks, maybe, with these fictional kids.
Yeah, that you made, or she created, literally.
Yeah, and like, but that's the only connection that I've seen transition from the shows over to it. Kang will eventually make a transition from the shows over to Ant-Man and Wasp, which is coming out this next February. It's just a weird connectivity, and I think that's a lot of the shit we've been bitching about here. And I want to talk about it, but you know,
They're all dead, so it's all fine.
it's all a fucking dream.
It's all a dream, that's right. Snap. Fuck you, Cheever!
The other MCU news that I wanted to talk about, and we talked a little bit before the show, because I just assumed we weren't going to bring it up on the show.
That's right.
Doctor Strange is a PG-13 movie, as is all the MCU entries thus far. But there was a lot of back and forth, probably from a lot of Heart of America people, that it should have been rated R for the violence.
And
So there's...
Doug got to see it. He laughed.
He laughed at it. So there's a scene, you know, did you watch The Inhumans on ABC? No. So there's a superhero, Black Bolt. If he speaks, the frequency's so powerful that it could just obliterate a person. Well, the Scarlet Witch, spoiler alert, all one viewer.
It's me!
Scarlet Witch makes his mouth disappear.
Okay.
So he screams inside his own mouth, and his brains blow out the back of his head. And that's the moment when Doug laughed. So
That's funny.
I'm raising a serial killer.
That's right.
The other best part, there's a trailer for
The Nope movie.
Nope.
Yeah.
This lady gets basically just yeeted off into the air, and he laughed hysterically at it. He found it like it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, in a very silent moment of the theater. Like, everybody's talking through the rest of the fucking previews, but that moment, she gets yeeted, it's dead silent, and you just hear his obnoxious fake laugh. It's not even a real laugh, it's a fake laugh.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's all I got in the world of, I guess, pop culture.
There it is.
There wasn't much going on. Doctor Strange is the big fucking news that you didn't see.
Yeah. They did announce the new Doctor for Doctor Who.
They did!
I don't want to say his name, because I can't.
He's from something called Sex Education.
I guess, yeah.
I can't say his name either. It's like
Yeah.
Chow or something, Nachu or something.
Something like that.
Which I think it's interesting. Like, they said, alright, you know, that after the, what was it, the 13th Doctor or the 14th Doctor, you don't ever have him again. And they immediately went nuts and just said, you know what, a woman and then a black guy. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would like. I don't care. Actually, again, watching, Nikuti Gatwa. But anyway, like watching through Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, I enjoy her as the Doctor. She's got terrible storylines. Like,
so it's a writing aspect of it, kind of like how Hayden Christensen got fucked being Anakin.
yeah, kind of like there's some points like I feel like you're gonna get really annoyed if you ever make it to Jodie.
Still on episode 1.
If you ever make it, that first season of hers.
The trailer dropped on the 4th.
Of Doctor Who?
No, Star Wars.
What
What's it called?
Kenobi?
We were like, we
he
weren't in
was
the middle of
of a Doctor Who conversation.
Fuck who?
fucking shit, man.
He must have thought this was Frank's Corner you were talking to.
That's right, you were. What
And he
the
had to
hell?
cut you off immediately.
Yeah.
But if you ever make it there, though, it gets very kind of preachy and like very
Activism stuff.
Kinda, yeah. Like there's a Rosa Parks episode. That
Oh, so if you think it's preachy now.
they go into that. There's a couple other like preachy things they throw in there about like global warming and shit, just to take the dig. It's like, calm down, you're Doctor Who. Like,
Yeah.
they've had I don't know, but there's other stupid storyline shit that they did. I just don't want to.
That's one thing I can't stand about the British is when they do American commentary on America and the British. Like, fuck off. You're trying to do like this inclusive union over there and you can't fucking do it, and then you left it, and then you got Donald Trump light running your country. I don't want to hear your shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope that this guy was picked because he does have talent, not just because he was black.
He came from a BBC show, so like, and not the other BBC, but I don't like British actors that much.
That's fair. I mean, actually, isn't Jodie Whittaker Scottish in a way?
That's like a
David Tennant
technicality.
is.
That's like, hey, you're still part of the United Kingdom, or you're not anymore, or whatever the fuck you are, being the cool kid.
See, that's the only thing I'm actually upset about is just the fact that it wasn't David Tennant, even though I knew it wasn't gonna.
Well, they were toying with that idea, right?
They were teasing everybody, but like, you just had to know it wasn't gonna happen.
He was the 12th Doctor, the 10th Doctor, 10th Doctor.
We went over this last time.
Huh?
They thought they were gonna bring it back.
Yeah, which I mean, I guess you could if you did like a period piece. Oh fuck it, they're blowing all the rules out the fucking water anyway.
Yeah. They might I think that was part of what the rumor was too, is that he was gonna be back for like a 3-part
Series,
special series.
kind of like when they did the anniversary with the War Doctor and all that bullshit.
Do they switch doctors every season?
Now it's
No.
like every 3. Generally every 3 is what they track record, except for David Eccleston. He got one, and he wanted to go be big shot somewhere.
Yeah, he went and did Thor: The Dark World, so he made great choices.
Nice.
But otherwise, everybody gets 3 so far.
It does seem that way. I know there was like longer periods in the past, but that was also because they did few and far apart. Kind of like how people compare Bruno Sammartino as like he was a 20-year champion and defended the title 10 times. That type of thing.
Alright,
I want to get into it. I'm trying to give it a chance. Again, the British thing really shuts me down, which is weird because there was something I was watching recently that's like all British, and I watched the Taika Waititi thing that he did with on HBO Max with the Pirates.
Oh,
Great British Bake Off.
No, I wouldn't watch that at all.
I've watched that. It's incredible.
I would only watch it if like Gordon Ramsay was on it because I just like him yelling at people.
Have him yelling at
They're
British
too
people?
fucking nice on that show.
See,
No
That's-
yelling.
They are way too they're in a
Yeah.
competition. It's a competition, and they're over like helping each other out. Like, oh, you're so sweet here, let me help. But like,
Nah.
what can I do to help you? Like,
you gotta have like the only time I get behind British people are when they're angry or really fucking mean. Like Ricky Gervais, I think's funny when he's not doing The Office. Like in The Office, he's playing like an idiot.
Yeah.
I like it when he's just mean and relentless. And that other guy that you like that's on Netflix.
Yes.
I just watched his series the other day, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I think there's only one, right?
It's the only one that I saw.
Yeah.
But
I think the COVID killed that thing as well.
yeah, well, a lot of password sharing also killed Netflix, which I thought was interesting that we talked about the Sonic animation after they just destroyed it, that department on Netflix. But yeah, I guess the whole Doctor Who, see how it goes. He comes in what, December-ish? It's the Christmas special they switch off, right? Or the holiday special, whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, well, he probably won't do much. You get the whole regen thing, and then oh my god, I'm different, and
Yeah,
then a
see you
little
next
bit
season.
little bit of teaser, and then
What? what if he's like, you're expecting British because it's a British show, but it goes like full fucking Harlem. Like, you know what? We're gonna really push the boundaries here. He's gonna be Snoop Dogg and like Dr. Dre. Like
It just comes out in a puff of weed smoke.
yeah, and all of a sudden he is the current companion like a dude.
There's with Jody. There's 3 companions.
Well, he drops
right now.
them because he wants a thick white girl. And like, it just completely turns the series on its fucking head. And all the nerds' heads just fucking explode by what's happening.
Put spinners on the TARDIS and everything. It's like,
I would absolutely watch at that point, even though it defeats the fucking purpose of what they're trying to do. Because it's just going to be weird if, like... Now that more and more I think about it, this has been a role that's had 14 white actors, or 13 white actors, white males, and then a 14th female white lead. And now you're going to say, alright, you're going to transform into a black man. Isn't that kind of blackface?
in a way.
Is the because he's still going to be, he still technically has like the kind of the same personality from each transition?
Ish.
So he's going to be like a Carlton.
Yes.
Which...
And technically he is, I mean, I guess white to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Born white.
Yeah, the first incarnation was a white male doctor, which, you know, in the 1950s, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But, like, they don't really deviate from the personality that much from doctor to doctor.
He might say that he's non-binary.
That's a gender thing, isn't it?
You're saying male, female. I'm saying he's
Oh,
non-binary.
well, no, I'm talking about the fact that it's going to be a black actor playing a white...
He might identify as white.
I don't think they could do that with a race.
I don't know either.
The gender...
I don't know how any of this works.
It's an interesting concept to me because, like, there's all these traits that have been built up over, 60 years of the Doctor Who franchise, and now all of a sudden you're bringing in this new actor, and how do you approach that without it being... I don't even know how to approach... Like, it just seems like it's setting itself up for issues no matter what.
Well, I mean, to the crowd that would get upset about anything, you are setting yourself up for issues no matter what.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are going to harp about no matter what
The
happens.
question is, are those people that watch Doctor Who?
Oh, no, the
No.
people that throw shit aren't the ones that pay attention to anything.
Yeah, it's me. I'm already starting the shit, and I'm starting the conversation. I watched one episode.
Nice.
I just... Like, how do you bring culture into that when it's an alien? Like, it's a quirky alien that shapeshifts every fucking 3 years. In like, a nutshell.
Yeah.
How do you make it progressive? Because I think that's clearly what they're trying to go with by casting him as the actor.
Most likely, yeah.
But it's really a shell roll. You're just filling the shoes of the guy before you and just adding maybe a different quirk to it, rather than actually fully evolving the role into something different. And
So
I
they
feel like
have the quirks from the first one still there?
they always like talk about like, oh, I'm not a ginger, or like that was like a fucking running gag or whatever.
Yeah, I believe that one I think they did a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, so like they bring like certain quirks, and they're all quirky. I mean, obviously the older ones are grumpier, but I feel like that just kind of goes with old people.
See, I never watched the old ones.
They sound like pompous pricks from the clips that I've seen.
Do they change ages a lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the running thing. Basically, that's what they did up until this woman. It was just, what age is the Doctor going to be? Because it's a white male.
Yeah.
So I just think it's going to be weird that like you casted him to be progressive. Like, oh, we got our first African Doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
But what more can he do to that role without completely compromising the series? Because if he goes full tilt and does like a whole different thing, people who watch Doctor Who aren't going to like it.
No, that's true. Like, you can't stray too far away from the norm.
So is it usually he takes a lot of the traits just from the previous, like, one or two?
Well, he's just quirky. Like, that's his whole thing. And it's just, because it's a different actor, it puts its own spin on it.
Yeah, generally.
Just being a weird guy. And you get the weirdness by like, just the way they speak, or, like...
That's okay.
It's a really white role, is what I'm trying to say. Like, when they make fun of white people...
We're quirky. Alright.
That is the role.
Basically, yeah.
And you're putting, to be progressive, you're putting an African in this role, or African... he's not African American, because he's not from America.
African African.
I don't know what they would say.
I think he's actually straight up
African?
African. I think
South
he's from,
African or something?
I think he's from, like, Rwanda or something like that.
New Doctor
Yeah,
Who.
but like,
Google.
I feel like
Working on it, motherfucker.
he can't transition and just be like, Wakanda forever, and like, you just completely went down a different road
Probably,
with this
yeah.
character.
Get away!
So it's,
Gotta walk.
I don't have a dog in this race when it comes to like, who the hell the Doctor's gonna be.
Rwandan Scottish.
Huh. So,
What the hell's Rwanda?
it's African, man. I know there's a movie called Hotel Rwanda.
He was
What's the
born
name
in-
of where the Black Panther's from?
Oh, he's only 29.
Wakanda.
Too.
Okay. Pretty close.
Like, I'm sure he'll bring quirkiness to it, but I feel like it's gonna, he's walking such a thin line.
East Africa. Okay. Interesting.
I hope for his sake he comes out being the best Doctor. I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll be the most divisive Doctor.
Our next, it's right south of Kenya.
Kenya! Come see the lions.
Pennsylvania.
Around the middle.
The DRC.
We'll see. Again, I can't express enough how I'm just upset that it wasn't David Tennant.
Well, yeah, that's just the nostalgia sake there.
Yeah. Well, and like,
Should
The-
have Sir Patrick Stewart, man.
though
Be a very short run.
in my little bit of search, it looks like the writer that did the David Tennant years is coming back.
So it'll have more of the. Well, he's part Scottish. Have more of a David Tennant vibe.
Maybe
Could be.
it'll. If he's a black David Tennant, I'm all in. That's fine. I'm in.
I think it's going to be a very divisive role. You're going to have the people who are going to just be pissed off because he's not a white male.
Yeah.
But then he's also walking that thin line because how do you make the character your own?
Without
okay.
taking away the character.
Yeah, or adding what you're supposed to be bringing to the table in a way. Like, everybody anticipates you're going to put your own flair to it. You're getting this Rwandan flair to it, and it's going to be like, well, that's not the Doctor.
Right. Well, but I mean, on that note, they've had a lot of black companions.
Mm-hmm.
There's been 2 or 3 of them, I think, at this point.
The hell's a companion?
Partner.
Just the human that he drags along on his little escapades.
Yeah.
A Pokemon?
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically. It's basically a Pokemon. He drops down,
They
hangs
faint,
out
he
with
leaves
them.
them and goes and gets another one.
he puts them into a container that's bigger on the inside, which we assume Pokeballs are,
I'm hoping it's the same concept,
Or ti-
otherwise it's cruel.
or Time Lord technology. Basically, yes. And on Catch Our New Conspiracy, Ash is a Time Lord.
Yes! Alright, so now it makes sense. Pokemon is Doctor Who. So Ash is Doctor Who.
I do have a question, because I don't think Doctor Who seems like it's going to keep going forever. Like, there's really no reason to stop a good thing, unless it fucking tanks, which...
Yeah. Well, your thing is with that, you constantly get new doctors, so you don't have that overhead. You're
Yeah.
having to keep paying that main character more and more.
Yeah, and then they bounce a companion if they've been around too long.
Yeah.
Do you think they go back to a white male anytime soon? Or are we just going to keep going through, like, okay, well, we
Gotta
had...
be an African-American female
Well,
next, right?
Well, there's been rumors of, like, would it ever be an American Doctor?
There was a rumor originally that it was like,
Queen Elizabeth?
this is gonna hit like all the stereotypes. It was like a black, gay, trans
Jesus
actor.
Christ.
That was one of the speculations for a while.
See, now that to me
Checking
is
all
like...
the boxes.
Yeah, just checking boxes.
Yeah. But do you think, like, it's hard to look past it? Like, it's like, hey, welcome to the show. We're going to look past you already.
Yeah.
Do you think the next one after it... Okay, first of all, do you think there's a next one after him? And do they get back to a white male at some point?
Oh.
Uh,
I mean, I would...
if it goes sideways quickly because of him, they might have an issue.
Well, I figured that was probably the response when Jodie took over. I was like, it goes sideways. We just regen her and go to the next one. I'm guessing ratings didn't take a hit. I don't know how you fucking track
Oh, I
ratings
guess,
these days.
I guess you could just, do
That's
that.
what I was coming to look
Switch.
at.
Yeah.
So she took over in 2018, I believe.
Yeah, and it dropped to 3.9 million.
Actually, it looks like Capaldi took a fucking hit.
Well, that's like also you're also entering the age of streaming.
It's actually
How
kind
do you
of, it's actually
track
kind of
that
interesting at how the first season
That's
that they're
true.
there, that's really high, and then it falls into the third season. It's like they almost.
Well,
force it.
2019 is a little rough because there's only one fucking episode.
Yeah.
So if that one bombed, that would have been a rough fucking year.
2016, there's only one episode.
It might have been the specials or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know for sure how they...
But like, I still don't get the ratings thing. right now, I don't think ratings actually fucking matter based on, because they're still using an old metric. They use the Nielsen rating for everything in America, and nobody has those fucking boxes anymore. Most people watch it on a different day. They don't watch it live.
Right.
Correct.
But I mean, if this is to be believed, with its shitty but 2020, you're looking at averaging 5 million viewers instead of back in the day of this was Matt Smith was around 8. The glorious, lovely, sexy David Tennant was
9.
Around 8.5, 9, depending.
The 96 one makes sense. It was the first one in almost 10 years.
No, what was the 96 one?
Wasn't it a movie with the doctor before Eccleston?
I mean, probably because Eccleston,
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, he took over in 05, which that understands why, that was at 8 because, and then Tennant, but
they drew the line at 4, whatever the fuck happened in 87, and went, alright, this show's done.
Yeah, that's when it started.
Yeah, well, look at it. It started going down pretty drastically.
Yeah, like...
Oh my god.
But that's back in the day when they had fucking tracking. Because they would send you the Nelson reading box, and you had to watch it live because you didn't have a fucking DVR.
Yep, and the rating, I mean, clearly you can see 86, 87, 88 dropped down to like a little under 5, and it was like, alright. And then 89 fucking plummeted hardcore, and they're like, okay, pull the plug.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in theory, if that happens...
Finally, 2022,
again,
it already happened.
Well, this is skewed because it's not the full... But, I mean...
Well, yeah, because the special, or whatever event's coming up,
does it say
should boost it.
Does it say at the very top what the metric is?
I assume it's the Nielsen rating. Or do they have something different in London?
Average rating.
Doesn't probably say what the average rating standard is.
870 now. This... I mean, granted, I don't know. I don't even know where they pulled their fucking number.
Well, I just want to know what the metric is.
How... I don't know how they get a metric this day and age. Doctor Who's on 4 different fucking apps. There are probably 4 apps that don't share information with each other.
Yeah. Well,
why would I tip my hand? You're going to find out if you're not doing well when I don't renew the contract for you to be on my streaming service anymore.
We got a chart that's great for nobody else.
That's by episode?
Oh my god,
wow.
This is fucking...
That's
this is
neat.
Well, it's plotting it by episode.
It's a scattergraph, it's by season.
Analytics.
And episode.
Yeah, but it's fuck... Okay, so...
Huh.
Is this season 13?
Yes.
That they're
sure.
I think so.
Yeah, that's the most to the right, so yes.
No, I'm just making sure, that...
Unless they're doing it by Doctor.
See, that'd be so much... Look, if you're ever going to graph Doctor Who shit, do it by Doctor.
There's 13 Doctors, isn't
Scan up.
Yeah.
Well, it says season, though.
They might be referencing the season as, like, a Doctor is a season. Because it was sporadic on when they aired.
No, because if you hover over it, season 11, episode 3, Rosa, that's Jodie.
Okay.
And then, But, according to this giant-ass fuck... Oh, so this is just from...
Oh, so it's the new run of it.
New run, yeah. But since the new run, according to this giant chart from Rating Raf, because there's only one G, ratingraf.com. But no, it's on a steady decline. It hasn't plummeted.
Well,
but
see, like they said though, there is an issue with that because how many, if it's not including streaming in there, that could be why it's going down.
I watched an episode off of HBO Max from 2005.
Yeah.
Do they even factor that in since we've passed it?
Right. No, I mean, this is probably counting...
What happened that day it aired.
Yeah.
Which is an archaic metric.
Yeah. Which, nobody watches things as they air anymore, period. And the story, even a lot of things, like, you've been good on it with the Marvel shows when they drop.
Yes.
But not even, like I said, I kind of waited till Moon Knight's out, and now I'll probably go watch it.
But not even always. Like, when Wade was born, I didn't watch that till Friday. I was a guaranteed view on Wednesdays, but the week that he was born, because he was born Wednesday morning at 2 a.m., I didn't watch it till Jess got home on Friday, or Thursday night. But I'm a guaranteed view every other Wednesday, which is, it's...
I like that purple trend line, man. They're basically showing it's fucking tanking.
Well, see, I'm actually blown... I know this is tough because for the people listening, because you can't see the chart. Yeah. But I gave you the website. Just Google it. It's easy.
Google it.
But, although, I think the metric would be easier to obtain these years if you have, like, a Netflix exclusive. Because you could see how many... It's the views.
Well, the problem is, even with Netflix, that's why Netflix is going up in ours with sharing passwords. They don't really know.
Yeah, it's still skewed.
Because then your problem is, do you count rewatches?
I think you should. I mean, I go on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at all these plot points down. Like, this is the general
trending down
trend.
That freaking purple line is hideous.
But where Jodie Whittaker took over here in the green, and her ratings are all down here.
Yeah.
But again, is it because men hate women? Maybe.
I'm thinking it's more like you said, the streaming issue.
No, I was just speculating.
Well, yeah, because it airs on the British Broadcasting Channel, which when it comes over to America, it hits AMC, but also now hits HBO Max.
Well, not live, because like season 13's not on HBO Max yet.
So then that's on AMC Plus, because AMC has a deal with with BBC or whatever, because they also had Killing Eve and stuff like that. But that's on 3 different services there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you?
And your problem is they're not going to
track
tell you in between because then it,
Yeah, and it's a worldwide market. Back in the 50s, I guarantee you most of those ratings they were showing you was just exclusive to the United Kingdom. Nobody in America probably knew what the fuck Doctor Who was.
There might have been select few, but yeah, you're right.
It would have been
probably 99%.
A network bought it for syndication and played it after it aired.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably late night TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, I wish the guy best of luck. I don't really watch the show. I watch an episode, and I watch all the specials, so I know how the transitions happen.
That's right, transitions.
So I'll be watching your transition.
From female to
male.
Make
it good.
From female to male.
And I'll also see your transition when you die. It's not like we don't go to your segment next.
That's what he tries to time it for.
I'm interested to see what happens. Anyway, we're going to move on to gaming news with Gibby, and I guess I've stalled as long as I possibly can so we can get another beer. Gibbles and bits, gibbles and bits. I'm a little bird who loves gibbles and bits. Gibby. So he's moving slow in his old age, and he's not back from the fridge yet.
In the fridge?
The bit of gaming news that I had saw, and I don't know if you have this on your list, and if I do, I'm stealing it from you.
That's right.
EA did a presentation.
Hey, sports.
So, interesting note, they dropped the FIFA name because FIFA was trying to charge them every 5 years $1 billion to use the name. They're keeping all the clubs, they're keeping all the players, they're keeping all that information, but they renamed it to something FC.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't actually read whatever Eric posted in one of the chats.
Yeah, I have that one.
And also, they announced that they've got 4 games in the pipeline. We should sue them for using our thing. A remake, and a couple brand new games, a new sports game. New sports game, oh well. But the remake, a lot of people were speculating was Dead Space, but they already announced that. So I'm kind of curious of what EA might be remaking.
Star Wars Battlefront.
I would hope.
That would be nice.
Where they did that, right? They did the original too?
I don't know who made the original, but they made the last 2.
I'm hoping maybe they own Gex, and our campaign that we started last week works.
Yeah.
Campaign you don't know about because we didn't do anything with it yet.
Right.
But we started it.
We started it.
It's in the pipeline.
Crash got to a little slow roll, but
Good old EA. EA also announced, by the way, they're getting a new Lord of the Rings game. It's gonna be on
is
mobile.
it Golem? No, never mind.
It's on
It's gonna be
mobile.
on mobile, yeah. So I guess they're getting back in. They announced a partnership with the Middle Earth Enterprises for a new mobile title.
Is it gonna be one of those live world Pokemon Go type games that everybody loves?
Harry Potter worked out so well.
Yeah. So it says it's an
Harry Potter.
EA
Hey, Aaron.
EA Capital Games, the studio behind billion-dollar Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, is developing a free-to-play game called The Lord of the Rings: Heroes of Middle-earth. It's a collectible role-playing game that aims to offer strategic, social, competitive experience.
I've played Galaxy of Heroes. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't like turn-based games. That's all it is. Basically, you get your heroes and your turn-based attack.
Yeah, I don't like those games either.
It's boring. It's
So-
repetitive. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I mean,
I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting, but yeah, I'm not big into it either. I'm wondering if it's time because I think isn't it Amazon doing
they're doing a series that comes out this fall.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wonder if it's going to tie in with that.
We just started gaming news, damn it.
Yeah, it might be on the list. The WWE RPG that Eric posted. Oh, well,
Yeah, I was reading about that. And
doesn't sound good.
how do you do that?
Right.
How's it different than what they do now?
That's true. Yeah.
Because they have story modes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you just live your life, watch Netflix. As
You
a
have your double,
WWE
like
guy?
your wrestler life, and then your at home life.
You want to make it very interesting, team up with AEW, and then you get to choose what fucking company you sign with, and you have a whole fucking roster. And then you throw maybe New Japan teams up. Like, just make it a wrestling role-playing game where you go, you know what? Fuck WWE, they're not going to use me. Or you sign with WWE, they don't use you, and then you got to figure out how to get your contract.
That's
Sign me on, I'll write for you.
Call of Duty
pew pew.
apparently has its own scented candles now.
What does it smell like?
Who's going to go get them, baby?
Is it
Gunpowder?
death?
I wonder how bad Blizzard Entertainment's doing if they gotta fucking do the candles.
The crossover you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
Activision Jizzard. And Yankee Candle.
Yep. So they're saying that gaming is all about the senses.
Candle RPG is coming next.
But short of bringing
Live like
smell-o-vision back.
Oh my God. So you're going to have a candle that's napalm? You're going to have that fucking moment of people lighting the camera on stream, or a candle on stream going, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's right.
That's what they're setting up for.
So I guess Wick and Skull is the guess who made it. They sent out they have multiple candles for you to try with scents inspired by Call of Duty, Dead by Daylight, and
Zombies? Or not
Tiny
zombies?
Tina's Wonderland.
Fucking.
Dead by Daylight's not Call of Duty. Or these are the 3 games.
Yep.
Okay. You made it sound like it was Call of Duty
Well, Call of Duty
dash
is the big one.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, and then Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
That one would be interesting. They have food on the board.
That's right. So you don't have to run-of-mill things, but there are a lot of flavrances can enhance your gameplay. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna do.
There's a napalm candle.
The best part about this, like, this is actually probably genius marketing, because candles are cheap, and 2, is smell whatever the fuck you want. Like, who's gonna question whether or not that's what the smell should be
Doesn't
anyway?
really say what the smells are, but it says it will burn for 35 hours.
I'm just saying, like, if you buy an apple pie candle,
Yeah. but
you'll notice if it doesn't smell like cinnamon and apple pie.
Yeah.
But if they sell you fucking Tiny Tina's armpit candle, I don't know, yeah, probably.
Like, I don't get how you're going to do Call of Duty
You just light the house on
without
fire.
being offensive. Like,
Jesus Christ.
burning Jew because it's Call of Duty 1942.
Maybe. Who knows?
Like, how do you, like, what do you suppose? It's death. War smells like death. Death and gunpowder. Is it the 2 candles they're going to market?
Gunpowder.
You're not going to have warm apple pie in the middle of a war zone.
Body odor, maybe. I don't know.
Metal.
Yeah.
Metal Man.
Stroke.
So there is a humble bundle thing.
Isn't that Steam's thing?
It's PC
Humble
games. Yeah, I think it is Steam. But right now there's 12 PC games worth $275 that you can get for just $12. That is actually designed to support all proceeds or whatever will support type 1 diabetes.
It's a weird cause given what's going on in the world.
Yeah, so 8 of the games in the bundle have relationships to the disease, whether it's through an in-game storyline or a real-life developer issue. Having it, the bundle shares a connection in the catalog. It's so you can,
Does it give the list of the games?
Yep. So for those who are interested, it's Bartlow's Dread Machine,
This list does not sound valued to what you said.
Gaunt, Slayer Edition, Observation, Pine, Rad, Sam and Max Save the World, Saturday Morning RPG, Stories Untold, Super Meat Boy Forever,
I feel like those 2 I've heard of.
The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, We Happy Few.
Heard of that.
I have heard of that. I've seen it at 5 Below.
I played a little, because Nick bought it on the Xbox.
I might have it. Like, it might have been one of those, like, because you know how 5 Below has, like, that one shelf of, like, all the games they couldn't sell? It was definitely there.
There it is.
It was definitely a free game, too, on PlayStation, I think, at one point.
Maybe. It wasn't, I mean, I didn't play it a lot, so I guess it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad game, it just, I couldn't get into it.
What was the value?
They're saying it's worth $275, but you can pay $12 and get all of them. Just a humble bundle thing. They're usually always
Shit.
yeah.
They
Or
take
games
over-
that have been out long enough to the
Yeah.
point if you don't have them.
Yeah.
Here, buy the game before we just get rid of it.
Of course. Nintendo. So I guess they must have had a
Nintendo
press release or whatever. The president says there's no end in sight for chip shortages.
Wait, Nintendo's been having a problem?
I think everybody's having a problem with it, to be honest. But yeah, so they're saying for the last year, semiconductor shortage is caused in part by the coronavirus pandemic. It's impacted tons of industries, naturally the game industry and platforms, as it continues to start to emerge and lift pandemic-related restrictions, though the chip shortages will last into the foreseeable future. So he's basically just saying he doesn't think it's going to solve itself by the end of the year. PlayStation, on the other hand, said that they think that, towards the end of the year, they're actually going to start having more supply. We'll see.
I'm cool with that. I got all the systems.
A bunch of them are bouncing back and forth.
I've collected all of them.
Well, there you go.
I don't play any of them, but I collected them.
Not E3.
Not E3.
2022 press conference schedule. So this is basically, I think they did this last year.
Because we couldn't have E3. This is not E3, but this is the people that would have been here.
So, yeah, it's basically what it is. So basically the people who, a lot of them that normally go there, they're calling it not E3, so they kind of bundle together and do a streaming type service or whatever. So basically they had their thing released. So Summer Game Fest Live starts from June 9th, starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Day of the Dev starts June 9th as well, immediately after the Summer Gaming Fest Live. Tribeca Gaming Spotlight starts on June 10th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And then probably the biggest one is Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase.
So this is a live stream that you can watch on like Twitch? Or maybe their website or whatever the fuck they use, YouTube Gaming.
It's a great question. I know it is a live stream. I don't know where it's streaming from.
Twitter.
Twitter.
They did it last year too.
If we were proactive and wanted to get to PAX East, this would be something we would cover and put on our website.
Yes,
review.
exactly.
Okay. Just,
Exactly. Exactly. But anyways.
One more time for emphasis.
Exactly.
There you go.
So the Summer Game Fest is going to be hosted by Jeff Kinsley's Summer Games Fest Extravaganza kicks off this year on June 9th. The Summer Games Fest live presentation. This will take place on 11. More times of this, blah, blah, blah.
So the thing is June 9th?
Called the event a cross-industry showcase to expect announcements from a wide range of companies, and it will also feature the latest iteration of Day of the Devs. So basically, this beginning thing is just going to be sort of like a all-around sort of like you're not focusing on one particular. Basically, the only people they're really focusing on is Xbox and Bethesda.
So,
but they're going to be bouncing around this first time frame, sort of like how we just kind of walk around there and just say, "Oh, what do you got going on?
Okay.
What do you got going on?" And they get like they're like. I don't know how long. I think last time it was like 15, 20 minutes or whatever for the
June 9th?
It's June 9th and 10th. So 9th would obviously be the 10th is the dev one, so that's going to be talking to...
That's the one you got to watch.
Probably, yeah, exactly. And then the next day it's Tribeca Game Spotlight, which I have no idea what that is.
I
and
mean,
then
there's
the
a Tribeca
Xbox
Film Festival.
Yeah. And then the Xbox Bethesda thing is on the 12th. So that one is, I'm assuming, is way more... It's going to be hyper-focused, obviously, on Bethesda and Xbox.
On Father's Day.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Where was it streaming? What's it called?
Not E3?
Shit, what's it called? It's not E3.
Alright.
Yep. But, so there you go. And then Bethesda, so they're apparently also Activision Blizzard is also going to be there. The Xbox one.
With Diablo 4 preview? What?
Yeah. So that one's going to be probably way more production related, and there's obviously a couple days in between. So my guess is that one's going to probably be very
live everywhere. Thank you for that.
Everywhere. Exactly.
Specific. I will look around my house and just hope you're here.
Exactly.
You just wait till Amazon buys it and all of a sudden it's just forced on your Amazon devices?
Yeah. So I'd assume it'd have to be on Twitch, to be honest.
Yeah, it's probably a not E3 Twitch channel.
And they probably have websites. I'm sure you can go to Xbox or whatever.
If you scroll up a bit, it was on the, right there.
No,
It's gonna be a TikTok.
Oh, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, that's random. Facebook.
Well, they have TikTok Live. Technically, I don't know if it's there. You can technically stream from Streamlabs to TikTok.
I didn't have a button, a thingy to click.
It doesn't click.
Cool.
It's just red.
No, it wasn't there. I only had the three options.
Oh.
I
haven't added it yet.
I don't know why I went back to the screen and like rubbed your nipple with the
Because it's gonna go to my own personal account, and I don't have to delete videos off TikTok.
That's right. Again, Nintendo had a lot of stuff. So Nintendo.
Nintendo.
I had more Nintendo. What
Did they have a Nintendo Direct?
I don't know, but there's
I
a
don't remember
lot
them
of
having
stuff came out for Nintendo, which I'm kind of confused on. But hey, it is what it is.
Did they have a quarterly earnings report? Is that what this is? Because it did. I don't remember them announcing a Direct.
I don't remember.
That's like the
either.
only thing our chat pays attention to is Nintendo Direct.
But anyway, so I got way more Nintendo news. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe passes 45 million units sold, so now it's the
I did that.
best-selling.
How many did you buy?
I did that. I bought one for my mom for Mother's Day. I did that.
I literally bought one last week too.
See,
so.
we pushed him across the finish line. We did it!
Good job, guys.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
And surprising, well, I don't know if it's surprising or not, but Switch sales passed 107 million worldwide.
We did that too.
We did it! We did it! Woo!
We've given away a Switch the last 2 years.
Yeah! We're part of the... I bought like 8 Switches.
And people are speculating it has a chance of toppling the king,
PS2?
the PS2.
I'm so impressed I knew that.
So PS2 had 158 million.
How many PS2s did you buy?
So
2.
I think I had 2 or 3.
That was before I got my Prime and got some money in me. That was like a $300 a week paycheck type thing, or $100 a week paycheck.
So
And then he moved on to Xbox.
That's right. So that's speculation there. So we'll see what happens. And then I have a list, which I don't know if anybody actually cares about. It or not.
Stay in your lane, bro. Fuck.
Now, what you gotta do is when he starts reading it, just start fucking interrupting him.
Right. And then this is really just
doesn't stop.
the biggest Nintendo Switch exclusives of 2022 and beyond.
So a bunch of indie games
What's
that we've
coming
never
soon?
heard of.
Yep. So the next big game to come out,
Metroid 4.
Mario Strikers Battle League.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So it looks like it's a soccer
I
game.
wonder if they're going to utilize that fucking band that came with the Switch Sports.
Probably
For
not.
soccer.
They should, but probably not.
That's a good question. I don't know.
That just feels like one of those type of
Logic.
games. Like they should, but probably not.
And that was June 10th. And then on June 24th, we're going to have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.
They come out with one like every month.
So
Just
I'm
more
sure
characters
they'll
for
get
Smash.
added to goddamn what's called soon.
Yeah, more characters for Smash.
Yeah.
More characters for Smash.
I know Steve. He's a boomerang.
Yeah. Then July 22nd, Live. No idea what the fuck this is. It looks fucking weird. It's a live fancom. I don't know what a fanicom is.
Famicom was the old system.
It's a 16-bit error. I don't know.
It released before the Super Nintendo. It was like the Nintendo Famicom or whatever. Are they
Says-
releasing like a collection set?
Nintendo and Square Enix are rectifying this decade-long error with the upcoming Live A Live remake of Nintendo Switch Live A Live, featuring 7 mini RPG scenarios in one game. I don't know, some kind
That
of
does not sound like a remaster of some retro games.
yeah. So I'm not sure what that is. And then on July 29th, so it's like the following week, we're having Exoblade Chronicles Trey.
Okay. Okay.
So that's interesting. And then September 9th, Splatoon 3! And then in late 2022,
Holiday.
which the whale probably knows about, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is coming out. It's kind of interesting. And then later in 2022, Bayonetta 3.
So you're not gonna make it?
That's right. And again, late 2022, Mario Rabbids. Rabbids?
Yeah, no, that's the thing
Rabbids.
from Rayman.
Spark of Hope.
That somehow the Rabbids is the part of that franchise that survived
They carried on.
and not Rayman.
And then to be determined, so it's probably later, 2023, Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Never heard of it before in my life. One that
And it's a Nintendo exclusive?
Yep. One that you probably already have pre-order, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel.
I don't pre-order them. Randy just takes my card and buy it. She doesn't live here anymore, so I'm not getting it.
There we go. They have Sports Story. That's a
Sports
weird
Story?
it looks like it's a fucking top-down 6-bit
game.
sport game.
6-bit? Didn't even make 8?
Didn't make it yet.
Only like 4 bits in there. I don't know.
And then last but not least, Metroid Prime 4.
Scheduled for 2025.
Oh, it says TBA, so I'm assuming.
That thing was announced like when we started the show.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's ever coming out, but it was announced.
Wasn't that wasn't that the talks for like the Switch when the Switch launched?
Correct.
Yeah. Then when they announced it, when the Wii U was the big thing.
So.
And that's about the time this show started. So.
Woo! And that's all I got.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I got nothing else for you. Wow. Yeah, so we're going to do some trivia. You got a corner?
I have a corner. It's probably not that interesting, but
Tease us.
you know, I don't know why I'm on death kick, but my corner. I'm going anywhere. That's the tease. All right, well, welcome to the corner. Again, I've been on a death kick, so we've already covered who's gonna die this year, probably, maybe. A lot of old people. But I don't know why I got a kick on like famous last words. So I have some.
Please tell me "fuck you" is one of them.
They're gonna. So like I said, I feel like we're gonna blow through the list quick because there's not gonna be a whole lot to talk about.
Sure.
But real quick though.
Yeah.
If you were to die, do you like have? Because I assume you're gonna live forever. Gibby's gonna die tomorrow probably. But what would your last words be? Mine would probably just be like "whoops," and because I died from something stupid.
I'd probably end it like I end the show.
For the few.
Go through the whole stick, and for some reason he's there yelling at his chickens and the whales and stuff like that, and then I'll get cut off, so I don't get the final word anyway.
There it is.
That's my because it's gonna happen. You're gonna see it live on Twitch.
That's right. Just hopefully you can squeak out
Live
the
on
good sign
TikTok.
off.
That's why I drank this every Tuesday.
Gibby, do you have last words that you think you'd have? What would
Fuck
your last
you.
words be? Just whatever it is. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
It's gonna be great because it's gonna be like Ashley at your bedside. Or TJ, who always questioned your love. He's just gonna be like, "Fuck you," and just die. You're scarring somebody when you go out.
Oh, he's gonna be naked when he goes out, no matter what the situation is.
Died in a car accident, naked.
Yeah. Fucking car hits him walking into like Walmart. He's gonna be laying there like pulling his pants off, like, God, no.
Stuck in an elevator, naked.
So anyway, some of these are fun. Like a French grammarian, because that's the thing they did back in the 16 to 1700s. Dominique Bohurs said, "I'm about to or I'm going to die. Either expression is used. Teaching lessons right up to the moment of death."
There you go.
And then someone choked him to death.
That's right.
Yeah, he wasn't
You're
actually
dead.
sick beforehand.
Nobody wants to hear your shit.
Emily Dickinson said, "I must go in. The fog is rising."
Stupid.
What the hell did she write?
Books.
I
Books.
know, but what books is she famous for?
I think it's just a bunch of poems, wasn't she?
Do I look educated enough to know?
I recognize the name, but I'm like.
Well,
I
we
don't
learned
know
about
why.
her in English class, so anyone
it's
who was
poems, you're right.
taught in English class, I have immediately just blocked out.
Instantly just forgot.
But if you're like, oh, Kevin Smith wrote that, I'm like, oh, it's fantastic.
Poetry? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I remember doing that shit in high school.
Why is there a picture with her and a spoon?
What, you leave the spoon alone, man.
That's what she died
Now you
with.
two can bake like Emily did. Wait, did she have recipes?
Well,
She said all this shit as she was cooking.
They put.
Ah, fire's coming. She's
I mean,
burning
that's
down
not
the house.
that's not photoshopped or anything. She's clearly
No,
had
that
those.
clearly.
The only
clearly
thing-
that
only thing in
bright,
color.
that bright brown spoon on her black and white photo.
She got far too. She was born and died in Amherst.
Yeah, but she lived to be 50. What's that? 56 math.
Too hard.
So,
She
oh,
didn't even
55.
get, like,
She
got
didn't
a
make it
year
to
worth
her
of
birthday.
free Denny's. Oh, she didn't even get a year worth of free Denny's.
Nope.
Wow.
Like a couple months.
Wow. Well, that's
Depressing.
unfortunate. Anywho, oh, my phone turned off.
You're welcome.
I mean, my script. Anyway. This is even better. I almost skipped one. Thomas Edison. You might have heard of him. Something about light bulbs and inventions and
Yeah.
stealing or
please,
something.
Please let me know. It's Fuck you, Tesla.
No, it was just it.
Turn off the damn light.
It is very beautiful over there. Don't know where over there is.
Tesla's house.
Tesla's house, yeah. It's very beautiful over there near that Tesla coil.
Yeah. I like that guy's inventions.
Actually, didn't Edison outlive Tesla?
I think so. Tesla went crazy.
Yeah, Tesla. Wow.
Well, he was like, didn't he have like dementia or
Yeah,
something?
he had he had a mental illness.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Well, he died in 1943
Died
from a coronary thrombosis.
Don't know what the fuck that is. Pretty sure.
But he lived.
It's a heart thing.
He lived to be 86.
86. Holy.
Oh, he died in 1943.
Edison had to die.
Yeah, Edison died. Edison was a smoker, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was gonna say Edison had to die way.
Oh,
before
he
that.
did. He died almost 12 years. Well, 12 years before. In 1931, he died of diabetes. The beatus got him.
Beatus.
Remember, if you buy that Humble Bundle,
It'll help you.
it'll help that guy.
That's right.
But he lived to be 84.
Damn.
So, which makes sense. Tesla was technically the younger guy, young buck,
Yeah.
working for Edison.
Yeah. The true definition of capitalism.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. One Reddit user's great uncle, because that's on this list.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Before I say what he said, the Reddit user's great uncle flew for the Navy in World War II and flew commercial jets for 30 years. And while laying in a hospital bed, he said his last words of, "Looks like a good night to fly."
Oh, I was hoping it was the quote from Independence Day. I'm back! That was his uncle. You ate that shit up.
You know, it's really fun. So that was the most flavor text that this article's had. By the way, I stole this article off of blog.funneralone.com.
That's where BuzzFeed tries their stories first.
That's right.
But now, Steve Jobs is next. And they wrote 2 fucking paragraphs for this motherfucker.
That's right.
I should have bought a Dell.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read his lovely little whatever they wrote here. Steve Jobs' last moments were written about in his sister's touching eulogy for him. She writes, even now, he had a stern, still handsome profile. Was she into her
He
brother?
had cancer.
Cancer. Yeah, I
Like,
was gonna say. Yeah.
How stern is your profile?
Yeah.
Stern profile, the profile of an absolutist, a romantic. His breath indicated an arduous journey, some steep path altitude. He seemed to be climbing. But with that will, that work ethic, that strength, there was also sweet
Wait.
Steve's capacity for wonderment.
Work ethic. He stole 2.
The artist's belief in the ideal, there's still more beautiful later. In Steve's final words, hours earlier, were monosyllables repeated 3 times before embarking. He'd look at his sister, Patty, then for a long time at his children, then his life's partner, Laureen, and then over the shoulders past them. Steve's final words were, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow."
What the fuck?
Did you like that build-up? That was great.
That's a lie. His final words were, "Make the USB cord different. More money."
Fuck Zuckerberg.
Get rid of the cell phone port, or the aux cord. Aux port?
Fuck Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Next
Bill
up is
Gates.
Jane Austen.
That's the monkey girl, right?
Fuck Windows.
No. No, it's not. Move on.
Go.
No, you got me I'm stuck thinking of who the monkey...
Isn't there a Jane something?
Goodall?
Goodall. That's,
Yeah, that's why my brain was stuck. Like, yeah. No, Jane Austen, was she another
writer.
Sure.
So, yeah, I'm not even going to look it up. In a letter written by Jane Austen's sister, Cassandra Austen.
Jesus Christ.
People are fabricating the last words.
Yeah,
That's right.
she writes that when I asked Jane if there was anything she wanted, her answer was, and her final words were, "I want nothing but death."
World peace.
Which,
She wanted a BBC.
you know, that's what half these like half the emo millennials say at like Denny's when like the waitress comes up to ask,
Yeah.
like, "Can I get you anything else?" "Oh, just death."
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's cool. More syrup. Bob Marley's final words were, "Money can't buy life."
Bullshit. He said light it up. You fucking know he said light it up.
Oscar Wilde, who passed at the Left Bank Hotel, and before his death he remained mostly positive, until the end when he compared his health to the wallpaper in the room that he seemed to hate. After his death, the wallpaper was removed and the room was designed to look like one of the rooms in Oscar's London flat. last words were either that wallpaper goes or I do.
Man, they waited for him to go, then took it
And
down.
then took it. That's. I think
it.
that's. Yeah.
It's because the interior designer was standing next to him and went, "Fuck you."
Bitch, die.
I like that wallpaper. That's right.
Buddha's last words
Buddha!
from roughly 563 BC.
Please give me some food.
Jesus Christ.
Behold, O monks, this is my advice to you. All component things in the world are changeable. They are not lasting. Work hard to gain your own salvation.
Okay, so he said that while he was healthy.
That's right.
And then got shot.
And I got
Yeah.
shot, yeah. Now please strangle me.
There's no way on your dying breath that's what you said. Gather around, children. Let me tell you a story.
Or, he's more like, he's like this, and he has the noose around him. Gather around, young people. As the executioner goes, you have any last words?
Yeah, when
It's
you have
just like Christianity. They just rewrote it.
oh, again, probably like his last word was more of a groan. It's like we can't use that.
It's not real. Nope, you didn't say that.
Karl Marx, his last words. Go on, get out. Last words are for fools who have not yet said enough.
Again,
I believe that one.
pretty sure he's Russian, so you didn't say it right.
Yeah, his last words were to his housekeeper, who asked him what his last words were, so she could write them down for posterity.
Ah, my fucking
See the
God.
housekeeper. Hey, Carl. What's your last word's gonna be? Fuck out.
You look like you're fading there, champ. Wait, you got anything you want me to write down?
Yeah,
Make me a fucking sandwich. All right, I'll think of something. It's cool.
I like it.
Beethoven's last words.
Wasn't he deaf?
I was gonna say, I couldn't hear at the end, yeah.
Friends applaud. The comedy is finished.
Stupid. You're a musician.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's weird. But who?
His final word should have been music.
But could anyone actually hear him?
He was. He was deaf. That'd be great if his last thing was like, "What'd you say?"
Huh?
French nun Louise Marie Teresi. There's a lot of accent marks on those E's. Teresa, maybe?
Do it.
His mother Teresa.
Sure.
I don't. Is that her actual name?
I have no fucking clue.
I'll look this one up because Louise. It's all hyphenated too. Yeah, it is Mother Teresa.
Oh,
I think-
that's a
no,
black
wait.
nun.
No, the Black Nun of Moray.
Not Mother Teresa.
I just profiled her because of the picture.
Yeah, we can't tell, guys. We don't see color.
After letting one rip right before her death.
What the fuck? That's how you start it?
Yeah, because her last words were, "A woman who can fart is not dead."
No. That's like you do that when you die.
Well, then somebody clearly put the pillow over her.
A lot of air comes out of somewhere.
John Cena explained it in Peacemaker.
I still gotta finish that thing.
You shit yourself when you die.
That's right.
John Arthur Spenkelink?
Okay.
Say
Go
it.
ahead.
He better have a hell of a quote for that kind of name.
Yeah.
Arthur. It's not that guy. But
He's down there.
Speckelink?
So he was a
Murder.
criminal.
He was
Okay.
a murderer.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
so
Apparently, he's famous enough.
Oh, that's not fair. He knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get to pick your words
Executed.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Better
executed.
be good words. That's
He
all
was
I'm saying.
executed right after capital punishment became re-legalized in Florida in
All you
1979.
had to do is read the rest of it.
So he spent time
Same
playing
as
in the
Google's
South.
shirt.
Huh?
What'd he say?
Oh, I didn't get to that yet.
Oh.
Okay, got it.
Oh, thanks. Capital punishment means those without the capital get the punishment.
He's trying to be philosophical.
Oh, wow.
The fact that he had days to plan this out, that's what he
Yeah.
came up with.
Yeah.
I think I would have quoted Looney Tunes. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Or looked at the execution and went, fuck your mom. Because
Your mom was good last night.
then that's going to be recorded.
Ah, damn it. Nope. Just like everything, but scratch that out. Nah,
Or you just memorized the old George Carlin skit where the 12 words you can't say.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Benjamin Franklin's last words. A dying man can do nothing easy.
Okay.
I
feel like that's made up, but alright.
Humphrey Bogart said, I should have never switched from scotch to martinis.
Ah, he's right.
What did him in.
That's right.
That'll be Nick's final words, too.
Damn. Is he dead? I haven't seen him in ages.
I assumed.
Probably. Dead.
Cool.
So that was his pen name.
Winston Churchill.
If his isn't cool, it's a disappointment considering his life.
Where's my cigar?
Before slipping into a 9-day-long coma and then dying, his last words were, "I'm bored with it all."
I guess it's kind of cool.
I'm bored with it all, and then just fell asleep or fell into a coma. Like, dude,
I guess that's the polite way of saying,
Yeah.
fucking him out.
I'm bored with it all. You guys bore me. Let me take a nap.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
How old was he when he died?
Who? Churchill?
Winston Churchill, does it say?
No. I mean, I can really look it up if you want.
You know British people like to prop up the dead for a couple more years before they actually die. Look at you, Queen Elizabeth. He made it to the 60s?
He was 90.
How the fuck did he make it to 90? If I don't make it to 90,
Whoa!
given that man's diet and fucking...
I just assumed he was like 40.
Same. Like, he...
Fucking Christ.
So
90?
he looked 90 when World War II was going on.
90?
Alright.
Well,
That man finished World War II and lived to Vietnam. Oh, fuck.
wow. Okay.
I'm doing
sorry.
something wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, you're not dead yet.
Yeah,
I
but
should
I'll never
ask
make
the
it to
question,
9/11 too.
Alright.
2.0.
Happens
I-
tomorrow. Fuck.
Playwright Wilson Misner, when a priest said, "I'm sure you want to talk to me," to Wilson while he was on his deathbed,
Don't touch my penis.
Exactly.
his response was, "Why should I talk to you? I've been talking to your boss."
Ah, clever. Stupid fucking playwrights.
Damn.
And then last on the list I have here is banker Richard B. Mellon.
Okay.
Melon Bank.
Richard B. Mellon and his brother Andrew played a game of tag that lasted 7 decades. On his deathbed, these were Richard's last words to his brother. His brother remained it until he died 4 years later. And he said, "Last tag."
Huh.
I would have taken him back dead.
Yeah, fuck you. Take it to the grave.
Sucks to be you, nerd.
Winner!
But there you go. I was able to scare off any other viewers we had. You're welcome.
It would. My tag would have been super aggressive too, like probably the death blow. Pop! Boom! You're it! I won!
Across the face.
No, right on the heart, just so it stops.
And then you run away. You can't touch me now,
You know
bitch.
it's-
Get out of the bed!
Alright, well, that's gonna do it for us on this week's edition of the Dace Man Show. Let's go around the horn and see what everybody's doing. Gibby, what do you got going on?
I stream Mondays. People are there. Show up.
We actually did a project this Monday. I think it was impressive. You weren't really there, but...
I was there. I was witnessing.
You're just yelling a bunch.
That's right.
Telling us we weren't getting done fast enough with doing your fucking job.
I was trying to be a project leader. Not understanding anything and yelling at my workers.
Yeah, you're the reason people show up to work with a gun.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Frank, what you got going on?
I was on that stream. I was the one that came to work with a gun because I was getting yelled at.
No, you assholes let him take the fucking baby zombie, kill me like 15 times at the end there.
So fucking awesome.
Did anybody clip it?
I have no idea, but
Were you
that was such a... I
was still
can't-
on.
You were still on for that?
That motherfucker hit like a truck.
Alan. So what? I don't know if you saw what happened, but
I saw
went over-
Alan die.
He went over because he wanted to throw the trident in, so he broke one pane of glass so he could throw the trident in.
Mhm.
Well, that's big enough for the baby zombies to come out,
Yeah.
and just straight up fucking wrecked him. And then, like, I think Gibby threw a trident in there, so then all of a sudden they turned on him. And this fucking little maniac, decked out in an elytra and netherite armor, just every time they came up there, just fucking wrecked him.
That's amazing. That needs to be highlighted and clipped for next year's Game-a-thon.
And they were yelling at me to kill him. I'm just standing there watching it go down, like, no, this is great.
I did climb the scaffolding to see Dan on the fucking wall, just like, I took care of it.
Yeah, and then,
Sniper.
yeah, all of a sudden Dan Hawkeyed it and fucking just took it out, and aw. But it
I
should
killed
be
the child. I did what had to be done.
it should be easy to clip. It was towards the end. I mean, it was like midnight when it happened.
Alright.
Oh, but that was
It was brutal.
fantastic. But yeah, I'll be on the stream tomorrow, assuming that we're playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland Adventure.
I think that's our new get-up, is that stream will be us four going forward. We're talking about what what's next. I don't know how far we are in the story.
I was gonna say if we can agree on. Yeah, I think we still have a few days of this to go.
Okay.
I think, maybe. I don't
You
know.
guys play it, and it's literally 30 minutes left.
I mean, we spent the last month just playing side missions before we continued the story.
Yeah.
So we're finally continuing the story now. So who knows how much is left?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be on Thursday night as well as Wednesday night. Thursday I'll be going back to Lego Star Wars since we don't have a movie this week. And in theory, there's a bunch of podcasts that are going to be recorded at some point. But one podcast you can catch is Hey, Honey, I've Been Thinking, where the voice of the Dace Man Show, who moved on to better things, does a podcast with his wife. So Mr. Travis Goss and Miss Heather Goss talk about whatever, whenever, every week. So tune into Hey Honey, I've Been Thinking on Spotify and Anchor.fm. And they will soon have a page on BasementProtocolProductions.com.
The second most consistent thing this production company's put out. This obviously is still the first most
Yeah.
I mean, we've staggered on some Mondays, but we've been...
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Just keep posted to Facebook.com/BasementProtocolProductions to get all the updates on what we are working on. Twitter.com/the BPP official. I know there's a tournament going on Facebook that's in the final 4 of the Shawn Michaels Matches tournament. And you can also check us out on here on twitch.tv/basementprotocol. So that's going to do it for us. For the few.
For my chickens.
For the proud.
And the whale.
And for the Dace-tacular, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday. And remember, Basement Dwellers, stick to the protocol. See you next time.
Protocol. Except for I wasn't ready on the button. Oh my god!
What's up, Basement Dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace.
I'm Frank.
And we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter the BPP official for all our tweeting needs. Or you can go over to Instagram the BPP official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook.com/Basement Protocol Productions. Or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.